Now we're going to talk about breathing. Not breathing as we did it earlier on when we were speaking about the physical act of taking air in through the mouth, through the sides of the mouth, but the actual breathing process in the body. Now, this is quite a complicated subject, and I have put in very, very long explanations about how to do this, so we're going to do a very brief description about this. Now, when you're breathing in, it is extremely important that we relax the stomach muscles. Now you can easily test this for yourself. If you breathe all the way out and then tighten up the abdomen and the stomach muscles and try to breathe in without loosening all these muscles, you will find you can't. I'll just demonstrate that. So I'll breathe out. The air won't go in. Now the reason the air won't go in is because the stomach muscles are stopping the diaphragm from working. Now the diaphragm is a muscle below the lungs, and that muscle is the muscle that pulls the lungs down, and you feel when the diaphragm pulls the muscles down, your lungs down like that, your lungs fill with air. Now the diaphragm is an involuntary muscle. If you faint or you're knocked unconscious, your diaphragm still works. There's only two involuntary muscles in the body, your heart and your diaphragm. So you can't actually stop your diaphragm working unless you tighten up your stomach muscles and don't let it work. Now, this is important for us when we're breathing. So when you breathe in, you must relax these stomach muscles completely. If you tighten up and then let them go when you breathe in, you will feel the air rush in. Now open your throat. You can yawn. Every time you yawn, you actually breathe properly. Drop your jaw and relax your stomach muscles when you breathe in. Now, the next important point is when you blow, you actually have to tense these muscles up. You do the opposite. You tense up all the way around the abdomen here. Don't let the abdomen collapse. Tense up, and that is what we call breath support. And that breath support will give you a much better tone, a much stronger tone. And that's really where the tone starts from, is learning this process. So you have to learn to relax when you breathe in and tense up when you breathe out. Now there are more detailed instructions about breathing and some exercises that you can follow written out on the website. Incidentally, while we're speaking about tone and breathing, one thing that can really affect your tone is if your teeth are too near the tip of the reed. Now this can make it feel like you're not breathing properly or like you're not getting enough air in, but actually what's happening is you've got plenty of air, but you can't get the air through the mouthpiece. And that really feels like there's a lot of pressure behind your mouth and you can't get the air through the mouthpiece. So if that's what's happening to you, take a little bit more mouthpiece. Don't be worried about taking too much mouthpiece. If you take too much mouthpiece, all that will happen is you'll get a very distorted sound, or you'll get a squeak. That's too much mouthpiece. Alright, this is what I call the squeak point, incidentally. If you've got too much mouthpiece, you'll squeak. If you come back off of that point, that's almost the ideal place to play. You see that? Just a tiny little bit more reed into the mouth and it'll squeak. So, try and get your teeth in the right position. Relax when you breathe in. Tense up when you breathe out. Very, very important for a good sound.